Hi everyone, and welcome to SIFF Young Artiste, where we nurture the artist in you. You usually don't hear a lot of keyboard or piano in Bollywood music, but this song has got a wonderful piano accompaniment. We're going to learn Pehla Nasha from Jo Jeeta Wohi Sikandar. This song is at a level 2. If you do have any trouble with some of the concepts or ideas in this song, click on this link for a quick refresher to help you on your way. We're going to be learning the introduction, the first verse, and the piano lick accompaniment that accompanies that. Now this is about the first minute of the song. If you're interested in learning the rest of it with the verses and the chorus and all of that, there are plenty of resources online to help you find the chords and play and sing along with them. Let's get right into it. This song uses a lot of black keys, so make sure you're careful with your hands and you move your hand position a little bit higher up on the keyboard to be able to play all of those black keys, as well as some of the white keys that you'll be hitting here and there. Let's get started with the first bit, the introduction part, which is only with the right hand. It's a short piano lick, just before the singing starts. So we start here. This is middle C, and we're all the way up here, almost 2 octaves up, and we're hitting the B flat. So we're hitting B flat with our ring finger, A flat, G flat, and D flat with our thumb. So we've got a stretch over there. It's not just the regular 5-finger position. From here, we stretch our pinky to hit B. So we have these two sort of descending patterns. So B flat, A flat, G flat, D flat, B, B flat, A flat, G flat. And then you have the last bit, which is, right? So you get, and then you go to A flat, B flat, A flat, G flat, G flat. So let's do that whole thing again, really slowly. And with this last note of your right hand, with that G flat, you're going to be playing the G flat major chord on your left hand. So that kicks in the song. So you sort of go like, and that's when the singing starts. So let's get started with the first bit of that verse. Chahe tum kuch na kaho. So see how my fingers are still more or less in the same place. I'm starting on a B flat with my ring finger. Chahe tu, which is chahe tum, sorry. B flat, A flat, G flat. And then you have this little lick here. So this is a quick sort of transition from G flat, F, and G flat. So chahe tum kuch na. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, B flat, A flat, G flat, G flat, F, G flat, but this is much quicker, so you get, and then you go to A flat with your middle finger, and then your thumb plays E flat. So chahe tum kuch na kaho. And then you go to the next bit, which is maine sun liya. So you start here again on that B flat, go to B with your pinky, B flat, A flat, and A flat sort of merges into G flat. So you hold that for a very short time, the second A flat. So you get, so see how that A flat is played once and then it quickly goes into that G flat. So maine sun liya, right? So let's play that whole bit once with the right hand. Right, let's see what the left hand is doing here. So you're going to start with this, and you're going to start with that chord that we just ended with, right, at the ending of our introduction. And then we have, so here you move to an E flat minor chord, E flat, G flat, and B flat, right? So you're starting on that G flat major, which starts with the ending of the introduction. And then you go back to that G flat. So with that A flat, when it's merging into the G flat, right? So you've got these two chords, right? And once you end this, you wait for a second and you play this chord, the D flat major. This is a strange chord, so make sure you're aware of those fingers and those notes. D flat with your thumb, A flat with your middle, F with your pinky. And then you immediately go back to that G flat chord. So you get, the whole thing is going to sound something like this. Right, so going into the next bit, Ke Saathi Pyar Ka. Right, so here again it's a B flat with your ring finger, the starting of that line. So B flat, A flat, G flat. And this time you stretch your pinky all the way to D flat up here. So it was here on B before. You're going to stretch it to D flat. And then play your middle finger on A flat. So ring, middle, pointer, stretch to pinky, twice, and middle. And then Mujhe Chun Liya, I think so. Right, so again you have that same ending that you had in the previous line, Mujhe Chun Liya. Right, so again it's B flat, B, B flat, A flat, and A flat merging into G flat. Right, so let's see what the left hand is doing to play that with the right hand part. So you start, of course, again with that G flat major chord, the home chord. Now when you play this A flat, you jump down to this D flat major chord. So you get, and then you hold on and you play the next chord first, and then you play the next bit. Right? So you get this chord, which is an E flat minor chord. So you play that first, and then again with that A flat that merges, you jump to a B major chord. So let's try that whole bit again. So you start with the G flat major chord, change. Yep. Sorry, I think I made a mistake there. So we go the G flat first. Yes, the D flat chord. And you play the third, and then you have, that's it. So let's get that whole bit one more time. First chord, G flat. That's together with the A flat, and this chord. Excellent. So that's the second line. So going into Chun Liya and then Maine Sun Liya. So that starts now with your index finger on G flat, right? So we're coming in from Ke Saathi, and then she's singing Chun Liya, which is G flat, A flat, B flat, A flat. And over here on that last A flat, you're going to be changing chords from this B major to something called a suspended chord. Now this, instead of playing the regular major chord, instead of that middle note, you're shifting it either up or down. In this case, you're going up to the G flat. So this sounds like it has a lot of tension. It wants to go somewhere. It creates a very sort of bittersweet feeling, which is perfect for this song. So let's look at how this chord matches the notes that we play. So it's not quite there. It feels like it wants to go somewhere, which is why she sings the next part. And that's how you go into the full tension, which leads to the next bit. So let's do that part one more time. This is G flat, A flat, B flat, the suspended chord with the A flat. And then again you have A flat, B flat, and the same pattern. G flat, A flat, B flat, A flat. But this time your chord is the regular D flat major chord. So we have so going from Ke Saathi again. That's the suspended chord. That's the actual chord. And then we go into the actual piano lick, right? Right, so let's get into how that sounds. It starts on G flat with your pointer finger of your right hand. Your right hand doesn't move too much actually, which is quite useful because this song is quite complex. So you've got a pointer finger on G flat, and keep your thumb prepared on F because that's going to play that quite quickly. So you start with 3 G flats, and then keep your pinky finger prepared on D flat as well because that goes quite quick. So F, G flat, D flat. So we have, right? So let's do that whole bit again. G flat thrice, F, G flat, D flat, G flat, F. That's the first cycle. And then we go again. And this time we go down to E flat. So we're turning our hand, we're pivoting on this thumb, right? Again, that E flat happens, right? So let's start again with that G flat, 3 times, up to D flat, G flat again, 3 times, E flat, that's 3 times. Right, now that's a little bit weird, so let's see what happens there. So I'm keeping my thumb on F because I want to come back, I want to bring my hand back once I've played this E flat. So I start on E flat, F, G flat, B flat, back to G flat, and then the same sort of transition note, the G flat flows into the A flat. And then you play A flat twice. So let's see how that goes one more time. And then you have, right? So that goes into that A flat. And this lick happens twice, right? So we have a transition that goes into the repetition of this lick, and that's the ending of the introduction of the song. Then we get into the verses and the chorus. So let's see what our left hand is doing while our right hand does this. Right, so of course it starts on that G flat major chord, right? Jump down to the E flat minor chord, jump down to the B, and then here with that transition note you play the D flat major. So let's try and see how that goes again. So you're starting with that G flat, sorry, on that finger, your pointer finger, and then when you hit that G flat again at the end of that lick, that's when you jump to the E flat minor chord. Again at the end of the lick, as soon as you hit that E flat, you're jumping to a B major. And then here with that G flat, that transition note, right? And that's your first part of the lick. Now that small transition, right, that's how that goes. Oops. Exactly. So you have this small sort of transition lick that goes into the repetition. And then you have that same part again. So let's learn this part. It's your thumb on D flat, pointer on G flat, middle on A flat, ring on B flat, which is your middle on A flat, pointer on G flat, and your thumb comes to F. So this thumb moves from here to here basically. And then it starts all over again. Right? So there's no left hand for that small lick. So if I play the whole thing and combine it, and it starts again. That's my entire piece. And then you can end it on that same G flat chord. So once you end these two repetitions of that lick, you can start with G flat, F, and then finish it off with a G flat major chord. So you can add that chord on your right hand as well if you want to. And that adds a nice ending, and that's when the actual song starts. So what we've learned today is just the introduction, the first minute or so of the song that leads into the verses and the chorus. So let's go and play through the entire song from start to finish. Now you might notice that some of the lyrics may not match perfectly with the notes that I'm playing. Those are some small additions that could have been added. They could be taken out as well. If you feel that some notes would match a little bit better, you can alter the song to fit what you want. Because ultimately this is just an arrangement of another song. It's not the original in the sense that we're not using the same instruments. We're not singing with the same voice or anything like that. So if you do feel that some notes here and there could be better or maybe changed, you can go ahead and try that. See what works best for you. This is just a sort of guide to help you find all the right notes to play the song as best as you can. So let's get through playing through the entire thing from the start. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like this video, share it with some of your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for our latest content early. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one at SIFF Young Artiste, where we nurture the artist in you.